Hi guys, welcome to Lit and Comp 2. Today I want to spend some time going over your persuasive writing project. As you know, we have been talking about persuasive writing and propaganda techniques. And last week in our L12 Intro to the Writing Project, you should have picked a topic to start writing about this week. If you reflected and want to change your mind and change your topic, don't worry, you still have time. You are not locked into the topic that you picked, but please feel free to use that school appropriate topic that you already did pick if you still wanted to. I'm going to go through the steps of this project with you. Step one is to choose your topic and decide your argument for or against the topic. You can pick your own school appropriate topic, like I said, but if you have writer's block, here are some ideas you can choose from. You can be for or against any of these topics. Cell phones in elementary and high schools, students wearing uniforms, college athletes being paid to play, the elderly receiving free bus rides, state colleges being free to attend, the voting age being lowered to 14 or the driving age being raised to 21, violence in video games, cities offering free public Wi-Fi, people being able to keep exotic animals like tigers, corporations advertising in schools, unhealthy fast food sold with a warning label, government placing a tax on junk food, high school students completing community service to graduate, schools starting later in the morning, using a cell phone while driving, getting ticketed for not wearing a seatbelt, everyone under the age of 17 having a 9 p.m. curfew. Step two is that you will be writing a 3-paragraph essay for or against the school appropriate topic of your choice. Each paragraph needs to be 4 to 6 sentences in length. In paragraph 1, you will be introducing your topic and arguments. In paragraph 2, you will be using persuasive and propaganda techniques to support your argument. In paragraph 3, you will restate and sum up your argument to conclude your essay. You need to have at least 3 different propaganda techniques within your writing. Highlight them within the writing and then put them in parentheses to state which technique was used. I'll show you an example of that in just a second. We want to be able to see the different techniques being used properly in your writing. The propaganda techniques you'll be choosing from are bandwagon, repetition, transfer, testimonial, logical fallacy, fear, glittering generalities, card stacking, plain folks, name calling, and emotional appeal. Remember, you're picking 3 of these to use in your writing. So here is an example writing. This is a 5-paragraph essay, but yours will only be 3. You'll have an intro, a body paragraph, and a concluding sentence. Your body paragraph will have 3 propaganda or persuasive techniques. So you'll see that I highlighted and then put in parentheses the technique being used. So for instance, don't miss out on this opportunity to join forces with millions of others who are already working to create a cleaner, greener world for the future. This was bandwagon, right? This was appealing to doing something because millions of other people are doing it. So in my persuasive writing about recycling, I highlighted the bandwagon technique being used, and then I put it in parentheses to show that this is the technique being used correctly. Later in my writing, I used testimonial. So I highlighted the testimonial, which said, for instance, actress Emma Watson is such a strong advocate for recycling that in 2016, she wore a dress made entirely of recycled material to the Met Gala, one of the most well-attended fashion events in the world. Her choice is an extreme example, but one that encourages us all to contribute the recycling efforts across the world. So since that was the propaganda technique I used, I highlighted it and then I put what was being used in parentheses. The last technique I used was repetition. Recycling is easy, convenient, and accessible to everyone. Recycling has never been so simple, minimal effort it takes to recycle. I highlighted this part where recycling is being repeated. And then in parentheses, I put repetition. So your writing will have an intro, a paragraph that looks like three persuasive and propaganda techniques used, and then state which they are after you highlight them in parentheses, and then a concluding paragraph. So altogether, 3. Now, after you're finished writing your 3 paragraphs, you're going to want to review the example writing project rubric. So let's take a look at this rubric. So this project is worth 55 points. Your paragraph 1 intro is worth 10 points. Make sure to have an engaging introduction with clear context, thesis, and argument. Paragraph 2 is your body paragraph. This is also worth 10 points. Your paragraph should use those persuasive techniques and be at least 4 to 6 sentences long. Then paragraph 3 is your conclusion, and that is also worth 10 points. Make sure that your conclusion effectively wraps up the essay, restates the argument, and leaves a lasting impression. And persuasive techniques are going to be worth 21 points in this assignment. 9 points for 3 persuasive techniques being used, 6 points for 3 persuasive techniques being highlighted, 6 points for 3 persuasive techniques being labeled in parentheses. Spelling and punctuation is worth 4 points. Make sure to check for correct spelling, grammar, and punctuation. Once you've done all of these things, you are going to do step 4, which is to upload your writing here when complete. So simply open a new Word document, type and save your writing, and then upload it here in this assignment. Note that this writing project will have an opportunity for bonus points if you present your project in live class. So we look forward to hearing about your persuasive writing. Let me know if you have any questions about this assignment.